you doing?
All right.
You have any food struggles?
I've been struggling since I got back.
Have you?
Yeah, a little bit.
I feel
Not like major struggles, just like, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
this call is recorded, so don't.
Yeah, I know. I know. I have to remember
All right,
that.
people.
She's not gonna be on, she said.
Oh,
It
that's
might
fine.
just be me and you.
I
Where's Natika is usually on, huh?
She is, but sometimes she pops in late. I've been on the serious sugar struggle bus. Like,
Sugar.
yeah, like I'm trying to the past few nights I've been trying to be like, okay, is this a habit or am I like craving? Because maybe I am at first, and then I just kind of turns into a habit. Like, oh, I need something sweet.
Yeah.
I have these I don't know if you've ever heard of them. They're like, I think they're called like True something, like TRU, and it's chocolate covered fruit. It's in the freezer section. This is a raspberry, so they're nice.
I stay out of the freezer section.
I know. Well,
I really do.
At Costco, Lily, my daughter got them at Costco, and so there's raspberries, so they're nice and small, and so they feel like, okay, I can have 5 of those a night, and then it just, I know, the sugar bus is like, it's real.
For me, it's just like not feeling satisfied.
Mm-hmm. Is that
like
how you
nothing? Yeah, nothing is satisfying to me. Even like my meals, and they're like nothing's changed from before the trip. It's all the same foods and stuff, but I feel like I'm just like still wanting more.
Do you feel like you're not eating enough food?
No, because it's not hunger all the time.
Okay. And sometimes maybe adding rearranging your fats. Because I feel like fat is more satisfying, you know what I mean? And so for like sprinkling it throughout the day, I feel like maybe we're like, I call it tap dancing around it. Versus instead of sprinkling it through the day, like have maybe like 3 meals that are like high in fat and then keep it out of your snacks kind of thing. I don't know.
Well, I think like my fat has been okay because I've been eating like chicken legs and they're more fatty. Beef is more fatty. We had shrimp. I guess
Shrimp
that's not
fat. No.
That's not. But
chicken legs don't really have that much fat either. Like, you know, they're like
I feel like when I add them to your tracker, like your fat goes way up, or chicken thighs. Like
it does, but it's only like for like 3 ounces. I don't know how much are you putting on a meal, but for 3 ounces, I think it's only like 7 grams of fat.
I'm doing like 5 to 6 ounces of protein per meal.
Okay, that's good. I see why. Yeah, that should be enough fat.
Yeah.
I know. It's this whole like getting satisfied thing so that we don't want other things. It's like a hell of a journey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, how are we ever going to figure this out? And it's like, oh, we'll have a couple good days. And we're like, oh, what did we do? I thought I did the same thing. And I don't know, maybe you did eat the same thing, but maybe like your energy expenditure was more, or you're cycling it's practice.
Yeah. And I've been trying to just kind of repeat meals, like Monday and Tuesday are the same, Wednesday and Thursday are the same, just to kind of stay on track. But yeah, I'm feeling like I want more in between.
Daughter, I think she remembered, like, oh, I remember she's on a call right now. Well, are you feeling, but so it's not hunger, it's just feeling.
It's not hunger. Like the first day of the reset, Monday, that was hunger. I could feel it. But now it's just like, what do I want now? True. And it's not necessarily like sweets because I don't keep sweets in the house, but just something to snack on. And so I'm just like constantly going to the fridge or the pantry and looking for stuff, but there's nothing there.
Yeah, you're like, well, sometimes chugging some water will help. And sometimes I will do like I really like Christy. The first year we went to Seattle, Christy got us like these like 16-ounce like beer glasses from Lake Stevens Brewery or something. And it's a good drinking glass. And sometimes I will just fill that up and just chug it versus like, oh, I'm just going to sip on some water, because it gets into your stomach and it kind of like expands your stomach. And then you're like, oh, I don't want anything anymore. All of a sudden I'm stuffed.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And I feel like on a reset when we're trying to like, when we're really trying to, oh my God, go away. Hold on, go away. When we're really trying to like clean it up, kind of, we realize like, oh, maybe we haven't been like eating just really clean. This could be an emergency. I'm sorry.
Okay.
1 second. It's probably not.
Okay.
Sorry. She was just going to blow it up until I answer. So that's kind of what I feel like a reset does. You know, anytime we kind of, it helps me realize like, oh, maybe I'm not that consistent. Like, not that not consistent, but sometimes I'm like, I'm eating really clean food. And then I realize when I really am eating really clean food, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either. Maybe your mind just knows that it's like the kids always say, when you tell me no, I want it more. I'm like, what? That doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, when you tell me no, we want to do it more. So maybe the body's the same way.
Maybe. I don't know. And maybe I'm just, I don't know. I think I'm just thinking about it too much. Like I need to move my mind to something else, or stay out of the kitchen, or just occupy my time with something different.
Distraction.
Yeah.
That's one thing. And I've gotten way out of this practice, but I used to kind of do like, especially when I worked, I would like have loose time, like loose times that I would eat things. Like I ate my breakfast between 6 and 7 after the gym. And then I had my snack at 10:30 and then my lunch at 1 and for some reason that helped me like just mentally like know that food is coming. Like, you know, it's, I mean, we know that, but like when there's a time frame on it, I don't know. It just felt like I could wrap my mind around like, you don't need anything right now. You just had food. Like,
yeah.
I need to get back to that. I need help, Marlena. I'm a little bit on the struggle bus with food right now. I don't know why. I don't know.
Were you traveling too?
No.
You had events or something, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I did have events, and actually after that is kind of when I got home is when I kind of sugar rolled it. But then it's like sometimes when I travel too and I don't have my usual movement, like I didn't work out at all the whole time I was traveling. And so I get home and I don't mean to do this, but I think I'm like not making up for the lost time, but I'm definitely like, oh, I'm rested. I can go every day this week and just balls to the walls. And then I realize my body catches up to that and is like, actually, you are low on energy, so we should eat some sugar tonight. You know? And so I think that kind of happens, and then I don't realize it until like I'm 2 weeks deep.
Yeah.
And that makes
Do you think it's because my activity is different?
It really could be. It really could be. Because I was thinking about that, and I left you Marco Polo. I was thinking about when we change our activity, like running burns a lot of calories, but after you're running for a while, your body gets, you know, a little bit more used to it, even if you're switching it up. And then when you do something different, the body has to work harder because it, like the central, like it has to have the mind muscle connection, like everything is like, wait, what are we doing? Versus just like, oh, we know what to do. And it really could be making you hungrier. Okay. And then if you're using your muscles differently, your muscles have to repair, you know, if you're sore. And so that is, I think, a thing. Okay. And I think, like, for the sake of people, if anybody watches this replay, I have no idea, but for the sake of if anybody watches this replay, I think it's important, like what we're talking about, and trying to figure out, like, why are we more hungry? Why do we want something? Why are we eating sugar? Because we're not just doing these things for like lack of motivation or self-control or, you know, these things. Usually there's like a totally logical reason, even if it's hard to find. But I do think that different movement, right? Have you been sore?
Have I been sore? Not really. No.
So you've been doing like that, the app since Tori said.
So it's more strength than I was doing before, because I was only doing 3 days of strength before. And so like this was my third day of doing strength this week.
Yeah, it's already Wednesday. I mean, it's only
because I don't know what else to do.
Were you doing it every other day?
I was doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yeah.
So Tuesdays and Thursdays were my running days.
Yeah.
And so I didn't do like as hard of a strength workout on Tuesday. I went harder Monday and today. And today's the day that I'm feeling like all of the it's not even cravings, it's just wanting to eat stuff, whatever I find.
The one thing I've been noticing, because I haven't been motivated to work out, if you've been listening to Marco Polo in the group, and so last week I did like 3 days in a row, right? I was like, I'm doing this. And I feel like on the third day of strength training, I'm always like, like a little bit. And I think I kind of underestimate how much fuel like strength training and the recovery of strength training takes, because it's not, I'm not like when we run, we're sweating and we're huffing and puffing and like, it feels like it just feels like more than strength training does sometimes. And so I think that's a thing. Like that's a real thing. I think we underestimate what it takes the body to really recover from strength training.
Okay.
You know,
because I did feel that today. Like I worked a half a day, but I noticed I even had the nurse check my blood pressure to make sure I was okay. But I wasn't dizzy or anything, but I was really tired. And then when I got home, you know, I'm okay at home. But when I get home is when I'm like looking for everything to eat.
Yeah. And usually that's a sign. And so maybe if you're going to pick up your strength training more because there's less running happening, then maybe we need to like put in a refeed day every 3 days or something like that, because I would rather just have you have more calories that are quality than at the end of the night, like really just like, oh, I just want something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would be less calories if you had more during the day than if you gave in to all the things you want at night.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we should consider that. Because you'll only be, any person in a weight loss season will only be able to resist so long until they are, you know, trying to find every sweet thing in the place. They're on the stool looking at the cupboards. Like there's only such amount before the body's like, no, I'm tired. You're going to give me this. I'm going to take it. And so we should talk about doing a refeed day. I think that's actually kind of important for progress.
Okay.
I'm glad we talked about that, actually.
Yeah.
The next message I'm going to get is, the thing that's this big, well, I got one.
That cookie. Yeah. And when I went to my sister's, the thing that I went to the most, she had a package of Oreos in her pantry. And it's not even like a cookie I really enjoy. And I told Lauren this on the last call, but it was like, I think because she has snacks, because she has little kids. Mm-hmm. She has a lot of different snacks in her pantry. I don't keep those in my house because I know I can't control myself. But, I would go into that pantry a couple of times a day and grab a cookie.
I know.
Knowing that they're for the girls, they're not for me, but they were there.
I agree. Like I'm not an Oreo person either, but if I keep passing, I always say, if it's in my house, there's a 99.99999% chance at some point it's going in here.
Yeah. And that kind of stuff I don't even buy. And so I feel like I don't get sweet cravings as much just because I don't keep the sweets in the house.
You don't have it around.
And I save it more for, occasions or when I want a treat. But she had it all available.
I know. And now that my kids are older, I don't have that kind of stuff in my house that much anymore. But I even feel like things like Cheez-Its and, like even those kind of processed crackers and crap, stuff like that. I feel like that even still leads to the sweet craving. It's just goes along with like that's the whole point. They want us to like buy this, go to get the Cheez-Its, and then we see the Oreos. We're like, oh yeah. And so it's like, even if it's not sweets, I still think it's related. My God, I need to get rid of
And then it could be that the kids are home. And so a lot of the snacks that we don't normally have are in the house. Not a lot, but Cheez-Its are in the house. They were. I don't know who ate them. I didn't.
Extra toasty. Extra toasty ones.
These are white cheddar, and I don't like white cheddar.
Neither do I. My daughter likes those.
But I feel like having them home, there's a lot of different foods in the house, different than a school year.
Yes. Yeah, because you want snacks available to them that is easy for them, because we don't want to be at their beck and call every time they need freaking something in their mouth.
I've been trying to keep like a lot of fruits and stuff washed and stuff, ready to go for them, hoping that that's what they choose. I don't know what they choose when I'm not home, but that's up to them.
Yeah. That having the kids in the house, it makes it harder. I feel like we're not going to have a 100% like what we want in our pantry when the kids are home. And it's just a matter of like kind of giving and taking, and like
Nikita had a good Natika. I don't know why I called her that. Natika, a good idea. She have containers, I think she said, for each kid, or they have their own food, and she has like a budget for snacks. And so they have their snacks for the entire month, and it's up to them if they eat it all in one day, or I guess if they make it last. But it's got their name, and those are their snacks. She has her snacks. Her husband has his snacks.
Wow.
And I was like, that's a really good idea, because that might keep you out of everybody else's stuff.
Yeah. And
save your stuff for you.
Yeah. And it's just kind of a mental thing too. Like, it's in a nice tidy package that does not have my name on it. Nobody gets to, or you're going to pay me, because that's part of my budget. That's a great idea, actually.
I was like, that might be a good idea especially now, during the summer.
Yeah, totally. And that at your kids' ages, they are capable of like having a budget, picking out whatever they want.
Yeah, they just keep it in their room.
Yeah, I know. Mine too. I'm like, where'd that go? There's a whole bag just right here. Oh, sorry. I don't want it now that it's been on rolling around your floor.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't need to have anything in the house like that.
No,
honestly.
I do agree. And I like on the call, somebody said something about going out to get whatever they want. Like if you want, even if it's crackers or whatever, they make like little single size servings of all those things now. And there's a guarantee that we're going to want sugar, crave things, feel unsatisfied. Like we just want something else. And usually for some reason, when I want something else, it's not in the form of like a chicken breast and a piece of broccoli, you know, it's like in the form of like, it's in the form of like crap. And like we were talking about before, it's just kind of about learning yourself and figuring out like, why do we want something else? Like, why do we want something else? In a perfect world, I would love to live a life with zero sugar, but that's not a realistic world. Because right now I feel a little bit inflamed, and that's from sugar. And that should be enough. Just stop it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, anything else you want to talk about?
No, that's it. That's my struggle right now.
Well, I think it's probably a lot of people's struggle, and so it's a good thing to talk about and put out.
And I think too, because I was so consistent before,
the trip.
Maybe it's some consistency fatigue, if that's a thing.
I think I think it could be for sure.
Yeah.
And that's why like hardcore diets or whatever plans
not sustainable.
Work. It's because you burn out. You're like, and so that's why I'm glad we're talking about this, because that's why I think a refeed day would be really good for you. So that you can get your body refueled, everything's filled up again. And so you can kind of have some refreshed sense of, I got this.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that on Marco Polo.
Okay.
Okay, Marlena, I will talk to you soon.
Okay.
Nice to see you.
Bye, Leah.
Bye.